Think about the last few years. Record-breaking heat, intense hurricanes, wildfires spreading faster than ever before. All over the world, people are seeing changes in the climate, and it's not slowing down. In fact, the 10 hottest years on record have all happened since 2010. Our planet is changing, and the effects are getting harder to ignore. But what's causing this? And more importantly, what can we do about it? Let's start with the basics. What exactly is climate change? It's a long-term shift in Earth's weather patterns, mostly due to human activity. When we burn fossil fuels like coal, oil, and natural gas for energy, we release greenhouse gases. These gases act like an invisible blanket, trapping heat and causing temperatures to rise. This phenomenon is called the greenhouse effect, and while it sounds simple, it has massive impacts. Here's how it happens. Factories, cars, and power plants release carbon dioxide, the main greenhouse gas. But it doesn't stop there. Deforestation is also a major problem. When we cut down trees, we lose a natural way to absorb carbon dioxide, so even more of it stays in the atmosphere. Climate change affects us in ways we see every day, from extreme weather events to shifts in food production. Take floods and storms, for example. Rising temperatures make hurricanes stronger and increase the chances of heavy rainfall, leading to floods in areas that were once safe. In coastal towns, rising sea levels are starting to force people to think about moving away. For farmers, droughts and changing rainfall patterns make it harder to grow food, which could lead to shortages and rising food prices. Then there's the issue of wildfires. In places like California, wildfire season has become longer and more intense, fueled by hot, dry conditions. And even in cities, rising temperatures have a huge impact on health. Heat waves put stress on the body, especially for children and the elderly, leading to health problems and even fatalities. Let's take a closer look at some real-world examples. In Australia, the bushfires of 2019 burned over 46 million acres, destroyed thousands of homes, and killed or displaced nearly 3 billion animals. It was one of the worst fire seasons in history, made more extreme by climate change. And it's not just happening on land. In our oceans, warmer temperatures are causing coral reefs to bleach. The Great Barrier Reef, one of the most biodiverse ecosystems on the planet, has been hit hard, losing much of its vibrant color and marine life due to higher sea temperatures. Meanwhile, rising sea levels are making life hard in coastal areas around the world. For places like Miami or small island nations in the Pacific, the threat of being submerged is becoming very real. Some towns are already planning to relocate entire communities. These examples make one thing clear. Climate change is not a future problem. It's happening right now. There are still a few common myths about climate change, so let's clear those up. One myth is that climate change isn't real, or that it's just a natural cycle. Yes, Earth's climate has changed in the past, but never this fast. Scientists have studied this extensively, and they've found that the rapid warming we're seeing now is because of human activity. The science is clear, and the evidence is overwhelming. Another myth is, I can't make a difference, but that's far from the truth. History shows us that change often starts small. Think about recycling, which was once uncommon but is now practiced worldwide. Individual choices like switching to renewable energy or supporting sustainable brands really do add up. So what's being done about climate change? Renewable energy is one of the biggest solutions. Solar and wind power don't produce carbon emissions, making them cleaner and better for the planet. Countries like Germany and Denmark are leading the way, generating a large part of their electricity from these sources. In Costa Rica, nearly all of their energy comes from renewable sources. This tiny country is setting a powerful example, showing us that with commitment, it's possible to reduce carbon emissions and rely on cleaner energy. Cities around the world are also stepping up, from adding green spaces to reduce heat in urban areas, to encouraging public transit and electric vehicles. Cities are finding ways to combat climate change at a local level, and electric vehicles are growing in popularity, helping reduce air pollution in crowded urban areas. Wondering how you can help? It doesn't have to be overwhelming. Start small, use a reusable bag, switch off lights when not in use, and try biking or using public transport instead of driving. These everyday actions add up. Even spreading awareness plays a role. The more people know, the more likely they are to take action. By sharing what you've learned, you're helping make climate change an important conversation in homes and communities around the world. We have one planet, and it's up to all of us to protect it. Our actions today shape tomorrow's world. We can choose to live sustainably, support renewable energy, and raise our voices for a cleaner, safer future. Remember, change doesn't happen overnight, but every step we take brings us closer to a world we can be proud of. Thank you for watching and caring. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with others. Together, let's make a difference for our planet and future generations.